Hello friends, welcome back to Relief class. Now today we will do exercise 6.2 question number 1. See, look at the diagram. Here it is given AB is parallel to CD and L is the transversal. This angle is 50 degree, this is 130 degree. You have to find the value of X and Y. So here you see, we can say this L is a straight line. So these two angles are linear pair angles. So the total will be 180. So solution, L is a straight line. So therefore you can say X plus 50 is equals to 180. Reason you can say linear pair axiom. So therefore X is equals to 180 minus 50, so that is equals to 130 degree. Okay, now you see here, come back here. What do you say about these two angles? Look here, it is a vertically opposite angles. So we can say the line CD and line L intersect at a point. So CD and L intersect at a point. So therefore Y is equals to 130 degree. Reason vertically opposite angle. Clear? So now you can say now these two angles, see what about these two angles? We can say AB is parallel to CD and L is a transversal, so these two angles are alternate angles, and if lines are parallel, alternate angles are equal. Yesterday we have seen this. So lines are parallel, alternate angles are equal. So you can say here now AB is parallel to CD and L is transversal. L is transversal. So therefore X is equals to Y, and that is equals to 130 degree. Y, alternate interior angles. So in this way we find the value of X and Y. And also you have to show that AB is parallel to CD. Clear? So here X and Y both are equal. See here these two, first of all I will start from the beginning. If you know, see here it is given that AB and CD it is given, sorry, they are not parallel, and line L is given. You have to show, find the value of X and Y, and you have to prove that AB is parallel to CD. So we have seen that L is a straight line, so these two are linear pairs, so their total is 180 degrees. So we got X is equals to 130. Okay, now these two lines intersect at this point, so these are vertically opposite angles, so we can say Y is equals to 130. Okay, now X is 130, Y is 130. So these two angles are equal. Okay, so we can't write this, sorry, I am extremely sorry. So now here X is equals to Y, that is equals to 130 degree. Clear? These two are equal. But we can say angle X and angle Y are alternate interior angle. So therefore, and they are equal, and angle X is equals to angle Y. Also angle X is equal to angle Y. So therefore we can say AB is parallel to CD. You know the theorem we have seen, if alternate angles are equal, lines are parallel. Why? Reason we can say, here we have written X and Y are alternate interior angles and they are equal, so lines are parallel. This is theorem 2. Clear? If you want to write, you can write theorem 2. So moral of the story, if you see here, it is quite easy. We want to prove that AB is parallel to CD. It is not given that AB and CD are parallel, but here they forms a linear pair. So their total is 180. So X plus 50 equal to 180. So X is 130. So we got X 130. And here these two, you see this line and this line L intersect at a point. So they are vertically opposite angles. So Y is also 130. So X is 130, Y is 130. Both these angles are equal and they are alternate angles. So alternate angles and they are equal, so lines are parallel. Clear? I hope you understood this problem. Now we'll do question number 2. See here. Here it is given that AB is parallel to CD and also it is given that CD is parallel to EF. So AB parallel to CD and CD parallel to EF. So we can say AB and EF both are parallel. And one ratio is given, Y is to Z ratio. Y is to Z is 3 is to 7. You have to find X. Okay. So now solution, see. AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. So therefore we can say AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. So CD, CD. So we can say AB is parallel to EF. Reason we have seen theorem if you know 5. Okay, lines which are parallel to the same lines are parallel to each other. We can write here lines parallel to same line. Parallel to same line are parallel to each other. Theorem. Have you got it, friends? See, this AB is parallel to CD and this EF is also parallel to CD. So these two lines are parallel to same line. So they are parallel to each other. Okay, according to theorem 5. Now, so AB is parallel to EF and this is a transversal. So you see these two angles, red color angles. This line, these lines are parallel, this is transversal, so they are alternate angles. So therefore I can say angle X is equals to angle Z. Reason, alternate interior angle. Alternate interior angle. Clear? This is one we will say. Also, what is given? Y is to Z is equals to 3 is to 7. Y is to Z is equals to 3 is to 7. But Z is equals to X. So in place of Z, I can write X. So I can say Y is to X is equals to 3 is to 7 from 1. So let Y is equals to 3A and X is equals to 7. Now you look at these two angles, X and Y. See, X and Y, we have the value of X and Y. Now look two angles. See, AB is parallel to CD and this is a transversal. So these two angles, they are interior angle on same side of transversal and lines are parallel. So interior angles on same side of transversals are supplementary. Okay. So now we can write AB is parallel to CD. Clear? So therefore I can write angle X plus angle Y is equals to 180. Reason, interior angles are supplementary. Interior angles on same side of transversal are supplementary. Have you got it, friends? So these two angles X and Y, they are interior angles. They are on same side of transversal here and they are within the two parallel lines. Clear? So they are interior angles on same side of transversal. So the total is 180. Now we have Y is equals to 3A, X is equals to 7A. So 7A plus 3A is equals to 180. 10A is equals to 180. So A is equals to 18. So we got the value of A. Now you have to find X. So now X is equals to 7A. So that is equals to 7 into 18 and 7 into 18 is 126 degree. See, once again we will recap the whole problem. It is given that AB is parallel to CD and EF is also parallel to CD. So these two lines are parallel to the same line, so they are parallel to each other. So we can say AB is parallel to EF. Now AB is parallel to EF and this is a transversal. So these two angles are alternate angles. So lines are parallel, alternate angles are equal. Now one thing is given, Y is to Z equal to 3 is to 7. They are in ratio. So Y is equals to 3A, Z is equals to 7A. Now if you look, Y is to Z is equals to 3 is to 7, but Z is equals to X. So in place of Z I will write X. So we got ratio Y is to X is equals to 3 is to 7. But X and Y are interior angle on same side of transversal. Lines are parallel, so interior angles are supplementary. So I can write X plus Y equal to 180. Now X is 7A, Y is 3A, 180, 10A is equals to 180, so A is equals to 80. Once we got A, we can find the value of X. Clear? So we have completed. Now look at question number 3. What it is given, see here. AB and CD both are parallel, and this EF is perpendicular to, this is F, this is E. EF is perpendicular to CD. An angle GED is 126. See, GED is 126. See, this GED is 126. The total is 126. So angle GED is equals to 126 degree. You have to find angle AGE, angle GEF, and angle FGE. So these angles you have to find out. See, this is question mark. This you have to find out, question mark. Okay. FGE and GEF. This you have to find, question. This many angles you have to find. Now if you look here, see, AB is parallel to CD, and this angle is given 126 degree. Clear? How much? 126 degree. So this also will be 126. Why? Because these two are alternate angles. So AB is parallel to CD and GE is the transverse. So we can write here solution. So what you will write here? See, AB is parallel to CD and GE is transverse. So AB parallel to CD, GE is transverse. So angle AGE is equals to angle GED. Reason, alternate angles. Alternate interior angles. But GED is equals to 126. So therefore angle AGE is equals to 126. So we got AGE 126. So we have to find out this AGE. Just alternate. Now you have to find these angles. So we can say GEF plus FED is equals to GED. Before that, FE or EF is perpendicular to CD. See here, EF is perpendicular to CD. So angle FED. Therefore, angle FED is equals to 90 degree. Now, we have GED. So angle GED is equals to angle GEF. Angle GEF plus angle FED. Adjacent angles. Now GED. So GED is given 126. So this is 126 is equals to angle GEF plus FED. FED is 90. We can find GEF. So angle GEF is equals to 126 minus 90. So that will be equal to 36 degree. Clear? So therefore we can say angle GEF is equals to 36 degree. So we have got angle GEF, that is 36 degree. Clear? So we got GEF. Now we want to find last angle FGE. See this FGE. Now if you look here, FGE and AGE both are linear. So we can write here angle AGE plus angle FGE is equals to 180. Reason, linear pair axiom. Have you got it, friends? The total of these two angles is 180. Clear? So now AGE. So we know AG is 126. So this is 126 plus angle FGE is equals to 180 degree. So therefore angle FGE is equals to 180 minus 126. So therefore angle FGE is equals to 10 minus 6, we can say 4, that is 54. So we got FGE. Have you got it, friends? Very simple. So look here, the whole problem. what is given? You have, this is given 126, you have to find this. So these two lines are parallel, this is transversal, so they are alternate angles. So AGE is equals to 126. Now FE is perpendicular to CD, so this will be 90 degree. So we can say GED is equals to GEF plus FED. FED is 90, GEF is 126, so we can find GEF. Over. Now you look at these two angles, they are linear pair of angles. This is 126 and you have to find this angle. So total is 180. So AGE plus FGE is equals to 180. AG is 126, FGE 180. So FGE is 180 minus 126, that is 54. So in this way we have found out all the three angles. This is question number 3. Now question number 4. See what is given here. PQ is parallel to S. These two lines are parallel. Okay. And PQR is 110. This angle is 110. And RST is 130. You have to find QRS. This angle you have to find. This is question mark. So here we have to do one construction. We will draw a line passing through this R and parallel to ST. Okay, so this way. This line we have to. We will say this A and this B. So here we have a construction. So what you will write here, draw a line passing through R and parallel to ST. So we will draw a line AB parallel to ST and passing through R. So we can say therefore AB is parallel to ST and it is given that PQ is parallel to ST. So these two lines AB and PQ, they are parallel to same line ST, so they are parallel to each other. So therefore we can also say AB is parallel to PQ. Reason we can say lines parallel to same line are parallel to each other. Clear friends? So we have used here theorem 5. Now see. So now I can say this AB is parallel to ST. So these two angles are interior angle on the same side of the transversal. So the total will be 180. So now ST is parallel to AB and SR is transversal. So therefore angle, we can write here, therefore angle RST plus angle SRB is equals to 180. Why? Interior angles on same side of transversal. Now RST is 130 degree plus angle SRB is equals to 180. So angle SRB is equals to 180 minus 130. So therefore angle SRB is equals to 50. So we got this 50. Similarly, we can say this AB is parallel to PQ and QR is transverse. Have you got it friends? See, these two are parallel. We have proved here AB is parallel to PQ. So this AB is parallel to PQ. So AB parallel to PQ and this QR is transversal. So these two are interior angle on the same side of transversal. So therefore angle PQR plus angle QRA is equals to 180 degree. Reason same. Interior angles on same side of transversal. Clear? So PQR. So PQR is 110 plus angle QRA is equals to 180. So angle QRA is equals to 180 minus 110. So angle QRA is equals to 70. So this you got 50, this you got 70. You want to find this angle. So total of all these three angles is 180 degree. So now, you got it friends. So look at the diagram. What you have, this you got 70, this you got 50, you want to find these angles. So all these are the angles on a straight line. So their total is 180 degree. So now we can say, see, look at the diagram friends. What you can write now? Angle QRA plus angle QRS plus angle SRB. We have find out here angle SRB is equals to 180. Why? They are the angles on a straight lines. Angles on straight line or linear pair axiom also we can say. Now QRA, see this way, QRA is 70, we have find out that is. So this is 70 plus angle QRS we have to find out, and angle SRB already we have find out, that is 50 degree is equals to 180 degree. 70 plus 50. So we can say 120 plus angle QRS is equals to 180 degree. So angle QRS is equals to 180 minus 120. So therefore angle QRS is equals to 60. Have you got it friends? Once again I am going to recap this. See here. We have drawn a construction, we have drawn a line AB passing through R and parallel to ST. So ST is parallel to AB and ST is also parallel to PQ. So we can say PQ is parallel to AB. This thing. Now these two lines are parallel, this is a transversal. So these two angles are interior angle on same side of transversal. This is 130 degree. So the total is 180 degree here. And this is 130 degree and angle SR bar equal to 180. So angle SRB is equals to 180 minus 130. So you will get 50. Same thing with here, PQ is parallel to AB and this is a transversal, so this total is 180 degree. So PQR plus QRA is equals to 180. Clear? So 110 plus QRA equal to 180, so QRA is equals to 70. So we got this 70, this 50, the total of all these three angles is 180 degree. So 50 plus this angle plus 70 is equals to 180. That we have done here. Substitute the value of QRA and SRB, you will get QRS. I hope you understood this problem. Now, we will do question number 5. See, question number 5. What is given in the figure? I will draw the figure, see here. This is two lines A, B, C, D. So it is given AB is parallel to CD and angle APQ is equals to 50 degree. Angle PRD is equals to 127 degree. You have to find X and Y. Okay, so we'll do the diagram. So this is 50 degree. This is 127 degree. This is P. This is Q. This is R. And this is X. And you have to also find this is Y. See what is given. These two lines AB and CD are parallel. This APQ is 50 degree. PRD is equals to 127 degree, and you have to find this x and y. This is D, friends. Okay, come on. Now what we'll do? The simplest thing is that, see, these two lines AB and CD are parallel, so I can say PQ is a transversal, so these two angles are alternate angles. So x is equals to 150. Clear? So we got x is equals to 50 here, sorry. So first solution. What you can say here, AB is parallel to CD and PQ is transversal. So therefore, angle APQ is equals to angle PQR. So angle APQ is equals to angle PQR. These are alternate angles. Alternate interior angle. This is symbol of angle. So APQ is equals to 50 degree and PQR is equals to x. So we got x is equals to 50. Now we have to find y. Now you see here, these two angles. So I will draw the diagram here. This is P, this is Q, this is A. R, B. This is 120. These both are, these two are, they are alternate angles. This is 127. This and this are alternate angles. Here this is 50 and this is x. So we can say x plus 50 is equals to 127. So what we can write here, AB is parallel to CD and PR is a transversal. See, this PR is a transversal. Have you got it, friends? See these two angles. I will do with red pen. This and this. They are touching the transversal and they are touching this parallel line. If you want to find the alternate angles, how you will do it? See, one end of the angle touch the transversal. Here also touch the transversal. So one end of both the angle will touch the transversal and other end will touch the parallel line. So they are alternate angles. And PR is transversal. So therefore you can write angle this. Okay. 50 plus y. 50 plus y is equals to 127. Reason, alternate angles. So y is equals to 127 minus 50. So y is equals to, here you will find out it is 77. So we got y. Very simple problem. Just look at these two. These two lines are parallel. Once you have taken PQ as a transversal and once you have taken PR as a transversal. So AB is parallel to CD and PQ is a transversal. So these two angles are alternate angles. So x equal to 50. Now these two lines are parallel and this is a transversal. So this is 127 and this angle x plus 50. So x plus 50 equal to 127. Y alternate angles. So you got y equal to 77. So this is our fifth problem. Now we are going to do last problem of your exercise. Very important problem. See here, what is given? Question number 6. See here, the figure is given. I will draw the figure. These two are mirror. Plane mirror. So PQ and here RS. These are two plane mirrors. So it is given that PQ and RS are two mirrors placed parallel to each other. So these two mirrors are placed parallel to each other. Now there is one incident ray AB. So this is one incident ray AB. So an incident ray AB strikes the plane mirror PQ at B. Then reflected ray will move in this way. See, this is reflected. So reflected ray moves along the path BC and it will strike the mirror RS at point C, and again it will reflect back. Again it will reflect back along CD. Have you got it, friends? So AB is an incident ray. It will strike the mirror PQ at point B, then it will be reflected back, and the reflected ray will travel along the path BC and it will strike mirror RS at point C. Again it will be reflected back along the path CD. You have to prove that this AB is parallel to CD. So what you have to prove? You have to prove that AB is parallel to CD. See friends, if you want to prove this AB parallel to CD, we have theorems if you know that. Axiom 2, if corresponding angles are equal, lines are parallel. Here we have to prove lines are parallel. So we have to use converse theorem. In case of corresponding angle axiom, we have learned that if lines are parallel, corresponding angles are equal. Axiom 2 is if corresponding angles are equal, lines are parallel. So you can prove this by using that axiom 2. Then we have theorem. If lines are parallel, alternate angles are equal. If alternate angles are equal, then lines are parallel. So here if you look at these two, see here. See, this angle touches transversal. See, both this angle, one end of this angle touches transversal BC and other end are to these lines. If we are able to prove anyhow, if these two angles are equal, that is these two alternate angles are equal, then we can say that AB is parallel to CD. So moral of the story is that we are going to prove this rider by proving these two angles, angle ABC and angle BCD equal. So if once these two angles are equal, so they are the alternate angles, and if alternate angles are equal, lines are parallel. Have you got it? This is our path how we are going to prove this rider. Now question arises, how to prove this rider? So for that we have to do some constructions. Okay, what we are going to do? See, I will draw one line. This is line B. So I will draw line B perpendicular to P, and I will draw one more line. This is CD. Line CD is perpendicular to RS. So this is the construction I have done. See here, draw B perpendicular to PQ, mirror PQ, and draw CD. Sorry, D is already there, so we will take here CF. Draw CF perpendicular to RS. Okay. So this is the construction we have done. Now, you might be knowing that in lower standard we have said if these two lines are parallel lines. These two lines are parallel lines. If I draw this perpendicular, so this will be 90 degree. If I draw here one perpendicular, so this also will be 90 degree. I got it, this line C. -90 degree. So you can say here so these are the two lines. I have drawn one perpendicular here, one perpendicular here. So see, these two angles are equal. So they are what? Corresponding angles. So these lines will be parallel lines. So I have drawn this line perpendicular, so this will be 90 degree. This line, so this also will be 90 degree. Okay, this line 90. So they are corresponding angles. So these two lines will be parallel lines. So now, so this to B is perpendicular to PQ and the CF is perpendicular to RS. So we can say these two lines B and CF are parallel. So therefore B is parallel to CF. Have you got, friends? See, very simple fact here. These two lines are perpendicular. See, these are two parallel lines. And if I draw this perpendicular, this also perpendicular. So you see these two are what? They are corresponding angles. Okay, so corresponding angles are equal. So these two lines will be parallel. So perpendicular drawn between two parallel lines are always parallel. Perpendicular drawn between two parallel lines are always parallel. Now, see, I will just assume here, this I will take as A, this I will take as B, and this I will take as X, and this I will take as Y. Now here we will use little bit physics. You might have learned, see, if this is a surface, this is incident light, and this is reflected light, and if you draw here perpendicular, then this is called angle of incidence I, and this is called angle of reflection R. And according to law of refraction, angle of incidence is always equals to angle of refraction. This is the concept of physics. This is incident ray, this is reflected ray. You have drawn a perpendicular at the point of incidence. You have drawn a perpendicular. So this angle made by incident ray with the normal, that is perpendicular, an angle made by reflected ray with the normal, that is perpendicular, are equal. So I can say here A is equals to B. So here angle A is equals to angle B. Clear? This is 1. And angle X is equals to angle Y. This is 2. Reason, you can say angle of incidence is equals to angle of reflection. Okay. So this is one concept we have used of physics. Now, see, B is parallel to CF. We have seen, no, B is parallel to CF. B is parallel to CF, and this BC is a transversal. See here, friends, B is parallel to CF and BC is a transversal. Have you got it, friends? See, this B, red color line, this B and this CF are parallel. Okay. If you want diagram, I can draw here. See here, this is B and this is CF. And this is CF. See, I have drawn B and CF. And this black color line is a transverse. This BC is a transverse. So these two angles are alternate angles. So lines, these two lines are parallel. And this is a transversal. So these two are alternate angles. That is B here. And here it is X. So alternate angles are equal. So I can say here, so therefore I can say angle X is equals to angle B. Reason, alternate interior angle. Okay. So now turning point is, till here it is okay. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Angle of incident is equal to angle of reflection. Now we have seen B is parallel to CF and this BC is a transversal. So X is equals to B, alternate angles. Now I will multiply both the side with 2. Okay. So I can say 2 angle X is equals to 2 angle B. Multiply both sides by 2. Value will not change. So we have multiplied LHS and RHS by 2. So value will not change. 2 times angle X. So I can write this way, 2 times angle X. Angle X plus angle X is equals to angle B plus angle B. Clear? Now we have X is equals to B. Clear? See, now we can write one more thing here. Angle x is equals to angle y. So in place of angle x, I can write angle y. So angle x plus angle y is equals to, and b is equals to a. So in place of b, I can write a from 1 and 2. Have you got it, friend? See, in place of x, I have written y. In place of x, I have written y, and in place of b, I have written a. So angle x plus angle y is equals to angle a plus b. See, a plus b and x plus y. So x plus y is which angle? It is angle BCD. So angle BCD is equals to a plus b. That is angle ABC. Okay, friends. So in the very beginning of this problem, I told you that if you are able to prove these two angles equal, these two angles are equal. So now this is a transversal, these two angles are equal and they are alternate angles. So alternate angles are equal. So the lines are parallel. So BCD, angle BCD is equals to angle ABC. But angle BCD and angle ABC are alternate angles and they are equal. So alternate angles are equal. So lines are parallel. See, they are touching. This angle is touching transversal BC. See here, transversal BC. Both are touching transversal BC and they are touching these two lines. So those lines are parallel. So therefore, AB is parallel to CD. Hence, see, moral of a story, I told you in the very beginning, in order to prove these two lines are parallel, AB and CD parallel, we will prove angle ABC and angle BCD are equal. Why? Because they are alternate angles made by these two lines and transversal BC. And if alternate angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. So first we have shown A is equals to B, angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection, X is equals to Y, angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. We have proved that these two lines are parallel. Okay, so BE is parallel to CF and BC is a transversal, so B is equals to X, alternate angles. Now multiply both the side by 2, so angle X plus angle X is equals to angle B plus angle B. Now angle X is equals to angle Y, so in place of X I have written Y, angle B is equals to angle A, so in place of B I have written A, so angle X plus Y, this angle X plus Y is equals to A plus B. X plus Y is angle BCD, A plus B is angle ABC. So these two angles, see these two angles, this angle and this angle, they are alternate angles made by transversal BC with line AB and CD and they are equal, so lines are parallel. Hence, true. I hope you understood this exercise. Thank you very much.